Hello, everybody, and welcome to Red 2 Chatter, the show about everything Star Wars. Yay! I got the title right. I'm Dallin, that's Jay.
Hey, guys.
And that's Ryan over there. And, Jay, for once, is the only one not wearing a Star Wars shirt today. I got my Praetorian Guard shirt on.
I got my hat shirt.
I got my real Megatron shirt on. This is what Megatron should look like.
And coming up this Christmas, I'm hoping to get some Phasma shirts. That's this, because I put on my list all Phasma-related stuff.
What about Porg-related stuff?
Porg, I have to add that in as well.
I didn't figure you'd turn away Porg-related stuff.
Nah. So, today we don't really have any show notes. We're going to be spitballing a little bit here. And this one, I think, will be actually a pretty long episode because there's a lot to talk about.
A lot happened this past week.
A lot.
And not with anything really to do with The Last Jedi.
No.
That's what's funny. It's like, not Last Jedi news, but just Star Wars news in general.
Yes.
So, I'm excited to talk about some of this stuff. Especially our first topic, which I think is the most important one that we have.
It's a good lead-off topic, and very... Like, it caught me off guard when I saw it. Actually, like, when I saw this news get posted.
This gotta be fake.
Yeah.
I even waited till, like, another, like, news source I trust put up the same information.
Lighter.
Like, okay. I believe it. But anyway, if you haven't guessed already, we're talking about Rian Johnson is in... He's going to be developing a Star Wars trilogy unrelated to the saga films that we know now. And it's supposed to come out, what, like 2020?
Yeah. So
around there?
Yeah, 2020.
When the first one will start? That really, like, that narrows the timeline. So we have Last Jedi coming next.
Mm-hmm.
We get the Han Solo movie in 2018. We get Episode 9 in 2019.
And then we get this new one in 2020.
Or we get the Obi-Wan movie they've been talking about, 2020.
2020.
And then 2021 starts the new trilogy.
Maybe they're talking about, like, 2020 is when they'll start
working on it. Right. But that's like...
Because right now they're just, like, in the planning section, I'm guessing.
I'm pretty sure they're still planning on doing that Obi-Wan movie.
I mean, right there it says, wouldn't arrive until after 2020.
Right.
So I'm thinking 2021.
Right. At the earliest. But it lines up perfectly with what we already know is coming.
I'll be 22 years old. Holy crap.
I'll be even 3 more years closer to death.
Yeah, I'm starting to count down the years.
Yeah, but not up. It's going down now. How many years I have left to live?
So what do you guys hope to see in this trilogy? Like, just all the ideas rushing past your head, just spout them off.
Well, then it's definitely, if it's not going to be the saga, that means we're not going to get Rey, and we don't even know what time period this is going to be.
No.
Right.
This could be like before Phantom Menace, for all I know. Or it could be
way before Phantom Menace. It could be just 10 years before Phantom Menace. It could be just 100 years before Phantom Menace. 3,000 years before Phantom Menace. It could be It could be the time in between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. I don't think it's going to be there though.
It could be between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope, but just not with the people you know.
Yeah,
right, it could run.
You just don't.
Yeah, concurrently with time periods we already know, just in a different part of the galaxy with things we don't know about.
Yeah, I'm loving this because it's going to expand the universe.
Yes,
it's going to make it even bigger, and this is what we've been asking for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
They've been listening to us. Apparently, they've been watching.
They watch our little show.
They're one of the 7 viewers.
No, they're one of the 7 subscribers we have.
Yeah.
So, like, and it doesn't sound like it's going to be a character we already know movie. You know, it's not going to be a Han Solo movie or a
Jar Jar Binks movie.
Obi-Wan trilogy, or it's going to be something completely different.
That's what we've been asking for.
Yes. I mean,
go back a long way on all of our shows.
You could do the whole origins of the Jedi on, like, the Jedi and the Ashla and Bogan, the lights and the dark. You could do, like, all of that.
Right. You could do the Guardian of the Wills. Like, where did the wills come from?
Yeah.
All of that stuff. Like, anything.
Yeah.
Like, anything to me is just going to be so exciting because, like you said, it's expanding the universe.
Making it bigger.
Like and this will draw out more ideas for other content. And that's what excites me.
Don't get me wrong. I love the Skywalkers, but it's time to branch off.
Right. Plus, the most exciting news that came out of this for me was knowing that Disney and Lucasfilm trust Rian Johnson so much that they're giving him this opportunity. That means The Last Jedi is going to knock out of the park, in my opinion.
Yeah, like a solid 10 for 10 movie.
Yeah, otherwise, why in the world would you give a guy another chance if he didn't do the greatest job?
Right.
That means they gave him, confidence in him is huge.
The confidence level they have in him is
so
high.
Do you think that
extremely high.
He's going to be just the producer?
No, he's writing it.
Yeah, and writer and stuff. But do you think he'll have other people kind of like, come in and direct it?
I think he's going to direct the first one.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be...
kind of like a George Lucas type of thing.
And I have a feeling he's going to be the guy who gets to decide who the next two directors are.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's going to be... And he's probably going to be still there helping writing and collaborating the whole way through the trilogy. Because it sounds like they're just totally giving him control in the sense of, you have to stay within Star Wars universe. Well, except for make it bigger too. But,
yeah.
You have to confines. Yeah, it has to make sense. But I agree with Jay. It's like they trust him this much to start a whole brand new trilogy that doesn't have anything to do with people that we've known before, or events that maybe there'll be some events that we've known about. Maybe, but if they're going to give him that much reign and that much control over it, this movie that he just made must be phenomenal. That they trust him.
Yeah,
and it just makes me that much more excited to get into that theater
on the 14th.
December 14th at 8 o'clock, and just prepare to be like
almost a month away, a month from tomorrow, because it's 13th right now. We record these on Mondays, and yeah,
it's 30 days tomorrow.
And there's just so many opportunities here where he could do so much, just more characters. I mean, I'm already sitting there just thinking how much money I'm going to be spending on toys. Right? Because he's going to be creating all new stuff. It's not going to be just rehashing
also,
characters.
Like, all the video games they could come up with now.
Yeah, just
like
content in general could just be astronomical.
Everything just kind of exponentially just blew up
when they announced
this
with that announcement. Yes,
it's like an exponential possibilities.
Yeah, they were just kind of
came up.
Yeah, it's like they were just like peeling back just a little bit of layers of the top of the onion, and somebody decided to come in and just chop it in half, and just pull it all apart, and it just crumbled into thousands of possibilities. So
so I am very excited for this.
Me too.
Right, and then on the sort of heels of this news, we get the live-action Star Wars TV shows announced that they're going to work on for the Disney live stream. Or
there's just like
it's like
mind blown, then mind blown over here again.
It was like sensory overload.
This week was just like
the
crazy.
Possibilities, and we're talking live action. So I'm pretty sure that right now Dave Filoni is already working on another animated series.
Yeah, I would like for him to have some input though.
I would like to see him transition over to this live action, at least get some sort of producing or assistant director, some sort of role in it.
Yeah.
Writing. Who knows what he could do to help out the live. But I think he's just so good at TV.
Yes.
And with his developing characters through 22 minutes of animation, he's pretty good.
And I think it's definitely not going to be like the giant, they can't afford to do the giant epic movie sets and all that stuff. So you're going to have to realize that it's going to be a little bit toned down. But it's because it's got to be. You can't, You can't put $100 million into 8 episodes of a TV series that's on a streaming channel. You'll never get your money back. So
it's not feasible. It's not realistic.
No. So it's going to be. I don't think you're going to get any of the characters that we know. I think it's going to be more of a follow, maybe just maybe kind of what Rebels was in the cartoon. It was just a whole new set of people in the rebellion, and you just followed their story. Mm-hmm. You could do something similar to that, but I don't want it to be in the same time period. I hope they branch out and do something different.
Well, I kind of hope that it's not related to the war between the rebels and the Empire. I hope it's something like completely, separate from the war.
If they do it,
like it's happening in the background, but
yeah.
Yeah.
If they do that, though, it would be maybe the downfall of the Empire after Return of the Jedi, and you're going to be following a Empire squad or something.
Like Ada from Battlefront 2?
Kind of like Battlefront 2, but I don't know. Or they're going to be following somebody else, or like you said, it's going to be something that's totally not even related to the wars, and it's just Star Wars universe things happening.
Right. Smuggler adventures.
There's a lot of possibilities there.
There are a lot of possibilities. And I think we're getting a movie that's in Han Solo that's similar to what you're talking about, where it's not about the war between the rebellion and the Empire. That's going to be definitely like a huge background type thing. Yeah. Where, they have to avoid those pockets of the universe to avoid getting, either
arrested
or just drawn into it.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to be a part of it. Mm-hmm. So I remember.
You had a stroke this time. It's not me this time.
I had a droid moment where I just made the droid noises.
Wait, what were you going to say?
Anyway, what was I going to say? I was going to say that we're going to get this Han Solo movie, and it's going to play out sort of the way, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. Mm. That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
I'm excited to see how it's going to play out. Not involving the rebellion and the Empire too much, as far as like the direct conflicts of war.
Yeah. Apparently, it's supposed to launch in 2019. That's the plan.
That's not a lot of time. So
that's not a long ways away.
I mean, they gotta
crack down on that.
Start writing.
That,
and then you gotta cast. Hopefully, they do a good job of casting. I mean, yeah. I mean,
TV shows.
You
want it to last, and you want them to make more than one series off of it.
You want that pilot to do well,
right? You need the casting to be there, but what you really need is the director to get the most out of the people you cast.
And the story's got to be good.
Right.
If the story's good, a story is good, it can usually make up for maybe a little bit lacking in the acting area. That was, in my opinion, that was kind of the problem with the prequels. It was the writing wasn't the greatest, and the acting wasn't the greatest, so therefore you just kind of got a not the greatest movie.
Speaking of which, I saw recently a pretty good deleted scene that they got rid of in the Revenge of the Sith, and it was actually the birth of the rebellion, because you have all the senators, or 6 senators. You have Padme, Bail Organa, and Mon Mothma.
It's the one that Mon Mothma got cut out of.
Yep, and they're all sitting down, and they're like, he's taking over the Senate. We need to, have countermeasures in case this goes bad. And so, I don't know why that was cut out, because that would have been a great scene.
That's just because the whole thing was just done badly. Everything from the editing down to the acting down to the directing down to the
those
writing.
3 movies weren't. They didn't. Well, I know we're getting totally sidetracked here. Those 3 movies weren't made to advance story to me. They were made to work out some special effects stuff. To me, that's what it was about.
It was just a test run.
Well, George Lucas was just so enthralled with the special effects of it that the story didn't need to go anywhere, because it already went somewhere with A New Hope.
You know what the ending's going to be.
Right.
So
regardless of how you got there, you already have the original trilogy where you're going to go to,
next. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So back to the live TV series though.
Yes.
I'm assuming, since they're gonna put it on a live streaming, they're gonna film it all at once, however many episodes, and they're just gonna drop it onto their streaming.
I imagine they'll do that. I mean, it's been so successful for Netflix and for Amazon and Hulu and all the other platforms that do it.
Yeah, that's how it seems to be.
Them doling out an episode a week.
No, because that'll just drive people nuts.
Because people want to binge this stuff.
People have gotten used to being able to just watch everything. I just pretty much in 3 days binge watched all of the Stranger Things TV show.
Right.
I just hope that because it's on the Disney streaming service. I just don't hope that it's not too kid friendly.
They're talking about it making it darker.
They're gonna have to have an adult area. Like,
Yeah, they have
section.
to. Otherwise, only kids are gonna be getting your streaming service, and no adult is
Right.
gonna care. You know, so they need to have an adult thing. I think.
Yeah, they have to have some sort of adult themed
So
content, or else they're gonna lose.
Too many viewers.
perhaps they could continue the. Hopefully, they can continue the Marvel series I. I hope
series.
I hope they can continue those because, like, I love those. They're one of my favorite things, like, that I look forward to. Like, I'm looking forward to this Punisher series so much.
All right, comes out the end of this week.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna have it where there's gonna kind of like Netflix does, where there's just like normal,
The
and then you
kids
can go to the
section.
kids section, and the kids sections will have all the cartoons and all that
Right,
stuff.
they're gonna have it divided up into like different types of movies, like animation and like classic animation. Like
And then
I think
classic
they'll just have it all
old school.
right, like Old Yeller, like the
Yeah.
classics. And
Yeah, that's not a good kids movie.
no, but I mean, they'll have it. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and all Mary Poppins.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah, they'll have all these different areas. I think you can go to for content and stuff. I'm pretty sure they'll have to have it adult related content on there.
Yeah, because again, like, only the kids are going to be watching your stuff.
Because they're going to want to put
And
that
kids
Marvel
can't pay
stuff once
for
they
their
get
subscription.
once they get the rights back, or once they get pulled off Netflix. I bet they put that stuff right on there under the Marvel section.
Yeah. Okay. So
So-
it's all good news. If we're in,
Absolutely
I
all
can't-
Oh,
good
yeah,
news.
definitely.
I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna have to unfortunately buy another streaming service. But
It's actually
That's
supposed to be significantly less than Netflix.
Netflix,
They
that's
said.
what they said. Yeah. And Netflix is only like $10 a month.
It's
So
like
if it's
13 or 16
it's
now.
like-
I don't know what it is. If you have both, if you have streaming and the
And the DVD.
DVD,
Well,
Or
stream is like
you also
16
got,
or
if you've had it for a while though, didn't you get grandfathered in so it didn't
For
go
the-
up in price?
yeah.
yeah, I've had mine for years.
It's
So.
me too. So I don't think mine's gone up in price though. But yeah, if it's gonna be significantly less than $13, like $6 a month,
$8 or whatever, $9.
I can afford that.
Right, I'm not gonna
Sweat it.
sweat that stuff.
Yeah.
Not for Star Wars content all day, every day. All right, what's up next?
So Kylo Ren and Rey Destinies teased by new motion posters for Star Wars: The Last Jedi. So we got Fulfill Your Destiny. I don't know if this will show up or if our internet decides to be crappy. But it's basically Rey's silhouette
Yeah,
in her head, and then you have oh there it is. All right, I'll put this up here if it will load.
Well, you just saw it a minute ago. It's just basically the silhouette of Rey.
Yeah.
And then she's got her whole head's in red and she's standing in it. It's not that.
And then
Ryan has like a little line from the movie, like
Fulfill Your Destiny.
yeah, fulfill your destiny.
And then his is Let the Past Die. Kylo Ren's is.
Right.
So
So I think that's gonna be, to me, that's sort of their two struggles.
yeah,
Like each character's struggle. Like Rey is gonna struggle with, well, what is my destiny? What was my purpose?
Yeah.
And Kylo's is gonna be like, do I
Not
just
being
need to
able-
let the past go?
And he's not
Do I
going
need to
to
kill
have a
the
hard
past?
time. He's going to have a hard time doing
Can
it.
I kill the past?
Yeah.
Can I finish what I need to finish? If that means
if you
killing
have
my
to.
killing
it's
Leia.
the only way you can be what you are meant to be. Or something
Right.
like that, yeah.
Right, so I thought they were pretty cool. It's a different little marketing tool they come up with.
Yeah.
I thought they were pretty neat.
And then we have Kathleen Kennedy talks about what Ron Howard brought to Solo. So she just says, we've worked together, but we've known each other for a long time, and I think what Ron brought to the movie has just been wonderful. He's so good with actors because that's something he's done his entire life. I think
literally
yeah.
his entire life.
I think
It's
there
just Opie.
I think there is a secrecy about what we do, and that's something we want to preserve, and we do that to ourselves, and we do that for the fans. But there's also a real importance of letting people have a look inside as to what we're doing and experience the fun of what we're doing. And I think Ron really captured that and had fun with it. At the same time, we love the exchange that we get to have, and that's what the fans have come to expect. is to have that kind of exchange where they can rely on the fact that we're going to play along.
And that she's mostly referring to all his tweets they put out.
Yeah.
Where he's giving you, like, just...
Which I think that's, a really clever thing to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we talked about this last week, but they shot, like, over 80% of this movie, or reshot 80% of this movie from what the Lord Miller had already shot. So...
Dog.
You can
have a visitor.
She showed up right here on the last episode too.
Yeah,
she
we
was
have another
sniffing
visitor.
Boba Fett.
Okay. Yeah, but I agree. Like, she's talking about how Ron basically interacted with the fans through Twitter and how brilliant that was, because it was brilliant.
Right.
He was making us talk about it every week because he threw out some
He
picture that you could hardly even tell what it was. But you still speculated and tried to figure it out.
He was giving us material every week to talk about.
But when you said that they reshot 80%, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So
almost an entire film was reshot. So
it's going to be a Ron Howard film, basically.
Yeah, he's going to have the director's credit.
Which is great, because
he's
a great friggin' director.
Yeah.
And like she said, he's been doing it his whole life, and that's literally, I mean, he helped direct some of the friggin' Andy Griffith shows when he was like 8 years old, 6 years old. He was actually behind the camera helping the directors do that.
Oh my god!
Woo, dog!
That was almost a disaster.
Almost.
Luckily, Ryan has reflexes of steel.
Cat-like reflexes.
Yeah.
Well, it was also under my arm, so I could feel it moving.
Bella, would you get out of here?
So, but
yeah,
I agree. He brought a lot to the Solo movie. I'm looking forward to seeing what he did.
Right.
We still don't really know that much about it.
No. And because we have not. I mean, it's only just 6 months away. Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't even got I'm guessing we'll get I'm hoping we'll get a
6.5
trailer during the friggin' Last Jedi, but I'm not holding my breath.
I bet we get a teaser.
A teaser trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, we have
At the beginning of Last Jedi.
You know what just happened? Well, I'm gonna save that for later because that's Gaming with Gamorreans. But I just found something with Gaming with Gamorreans. We weren't gonna have Gaming with Gamorreans, but I just found something.
All right. So what's our next topic? Unless you want to say anything about Ron Howard and what she had to say about Ron.
No,
I'm just excited for Han Solo, and that's about it.
I'm pretty much to the point where I need to see something, like some footage.
Yeah, I need to see a little teaser
of the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Teaser.
Yep.
I totally agree. I need to see something so I can get even more jazzed about it, more excited.
Yeah.
All right, we had a dog visit us. Now it looks like we might have a cat. So
visit us.
Prepare yourselves out there.
Yeah. Hey.
Stop that.
Don't
Okay.
rub on our tripod, you piece of crap.
Moving on.
Alright, so Dave Filoni revealed Thrawn survives past events of Rogue One. Jordan will be very happy about this.
Our sister will be extremely happy.
Will be very happy about this.
So the question remains, where did he go?
Or where did he come from?
Because
where did he
go?
Why not you? Well, of course he didn't exist when
they were making
George Lucas made, but you have to kind of explain.
Well, I have a feeling he's going to have a falling out with what the Empire is doing, and it's going to be
the Death Star, because he hates the thought of the Death Star.
Retreating back
and
to
he just goes back to where he came from,
to his people and the Chiss and stuff. And I agree.
That's the only thing it can be. He's going to have some sort of falling out with the Empire.
And I wouldn't be surprised if we get a animated series all about this.
About Thrawn.
And I am speculating this is what Dave Filoni is working on right now.
I would probably agree with that. Yeah, probably. I would totally agree with that.
I'm
totally throwing in double negatives in there.
Yeah, I probably totally agree with that.
He championed him into existence.
Yep.
Now we got Timothy Zahn on board writing stuff. I could just see the two of them doing a collaboration because Timothy Zahn was very cryptic when we saw him at
Salt Lake
Comic-Con about what he's working on next. Now, we assume he's working on a novel, and he is.
Yeah.
But what else is he working
on? Yeah.
I think, and total speculation, total I want this to happen. Wishful thinking on my part maybe, but I think that's what Filoni is working on, is a Thrawn
Is it going to be
animated series.
more of Thrawn during the Rebels time period?
I think it'll be the Thrawn. I don't think
Or
it'll
is it
start as the Thrawn split.
Yeah.
They're going to turn Thrawn into a hero,
I think that's what they're going to do.
and he's going to go back out to the Jedi, and we're going to learn all more about the outer regions of
Well,
space, maybe, or maybe.
he's, from what I hear from Jordan, I haven't read the novel yet, but from what I hear, he's kind of a person who, whatever side that he's on, if another side is kind of winning, and agrees with his morals, he'll go for that side.
Right, but I think he sees the Empire winning,
And
regardless of what the rebellion
But
is able to do.
it's against his morals.
But it's against his
code.
Yeah.
code, so he abandons. And I think the Emperor sends people after him to kill him.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
it's sort of
I
like
was going
that-
to say, how are you going to make a TV series out of that if it's just him going back to his own planet? Oh, I'm done.
But him fighting off
He's like,
bounty hunters?
Watch him in retirement?
We're having to keep fighting off
Bounty
threats that are
hunters and
coming to him from it
assassins.
because he
Or
knows
even-
too much.
Or even the Empire itself coming out?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Empire's going to have to silence him
Okay.
because I think he knows too much. So
I could see that.
I want it to happen. We'll see what happens.
I'm also hoping
I'm sure Jordan
that...
would like to see
Yeah,
something similar.
I'm kind of hoping that Rook doesn't die. Rook?
Rook.
I hope he doesn't die, because that would be interesting if he goes along with Thrawn and stays.
well,
it sticks with him. I'm
I'm
sure he
Rook,
does.
Yeah, Rook is completely loyal to Thrawn, not the Empire.
Yeah. So I hope that he doesn't die, so that way that he can go with him.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, on to the Porglets.
Porglets.
Or as my wife calls them, the little testicles.
They do look like them, don't they?
They're,
Well, it's because of the way that they're done. It's because it's like in a...
it's a toy.
It's a toy.
It's a
looking
plastic
thing.
little
Yeah.
thing.
That's
It's
why.
a little plastic toy.
Oh, look. You got the caretakers, too.
Yep.
What is this? What are these toys? I don't recognize this.
Yeah,
These are new to me.
I know. I don't recognize them either. They're like little
Where'd they come?
bobblehead-like things?
They might be from Funko.
Maybe.
Or they maybe not.
Oh, hey, and we got
We'll
a
have to
new...
just go back to the article and see if we can...
We also got a
tell where
new
they come
weapon for the Praetorian Guards. A whip,
Yeah, it's like
looks
a.
like.
It might be something that can go from a staff, and
Like-
then you can throw it out there and it segments into pieces, and you can use it.
Oh
as
yeah,
a
I don't
whip,
have
and
my
then it can
Praetorian
back
Guard
and-
down here. Just
Yeah,
gonna go
it
look
can be
at
hard, cooked together, like a hard,
pole.
form, or it can be whipped around in a...
It's kind of like these little dagger things that they also hold. They come together to make a big
make it
double bladed.
longer one.
Yeah.
I'm curious on what those are, because this is the first time I've seen those.
And also, what's up with Luke's cane? What is that?
I think it's just a walking stick.
Walking stick. Can't use the lightsaber. Lightsaber just goes right through the ground.
Right.
He doesn't have his lightsaber. Now, what may have happened? What if Kylo Ren, maybe he beat Luke somehow?
Or got his lightsaber from him.
Yeah.
I've thought about that too.
Yeah. What if
Yeah,
he's
Is Kylo's, at least the kyber crystal from Luke's,
the
green
cracked one?
Yeah.
Maybe.
And he
Yeah, I don't
just corrupted it.
Maybe.
Well, maybe that'll be explained
Yep.
in
Maybe.
Last Jedi.
Or not, because the later post says that it won't be explained.
Right, because apparently Mark Hamill doesn't think Luke's backstory is
backstory.
important to
Yeah.
the storyline.
So,
Well,
I mean,
His backstory in A New Hope up through Return of the Jedi is, but maybe not from them to Return of the Jedi on is not as important.
I think
You already
it's
got
vital.
You already got.
yeah, me too.
You've already got some of it. He started his own academy. He had a bunch of people that were training with him.
Kylo Ren
Turned on
betrayed
him
him.
Right.
and destroyed his temple.
But how many people did he train prior to training Kylo Ren? How many people did he fully train and they get out of the academy, now they're out there on their own, that are still out there?
True.
Like, these are all the questions I want to know.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
did he...
Yeah, there's definitely some backstory.
Did seriously all of the Jedi Padawans die,
Right, did
in that
Kylo kill them all at the temple?
or
You
did
know, or,
some
like,
escape?
coming back for a reunion?
Yeah. I don't
Kylo poisoned the potluck? I don't know what happened.
know. The Kool-Aid.
Poison the Kool-Aid.
I mean, I hope.
So, to me, it's important
Yeah.
that
To
we
me,
get
it's
some parts filled in. I
I-
don't need everything
Yeah.
told to me, but I need
and
some
maybe in
things.
a novel or something. I don't know.
Right.
That Luke novel that's coming out. And then we have something that says Adam Driver says Kylo Ren's motivations are like a politician's or a terrorist's. I don't know
I
how
think
that's.
I like how he clumps those two people together, politicians and terrorists.
That totally fits.
Well, they're almost one and the same. On
They all
some levels.
suck.
Yeah. So I
Right.
mean, that's interesting.
But I think this is pretty common for any movie of its time.
Yeah.
Is to sort of use like the climate of what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, and they draw from that. I mean, it happens all throughout time. I mean, all movies are influenced by the time they're filmed in. So, to me, it makes sense. Just shooing a cat away.
Yeah, it's all good.
Otherwise, he's gonna make our camera start moving around.
Yeah, you'll think there's an earthquake happening.
Yeah. But I think that's interesting.
Yeah, I found the article, interesting, but it doesn't really tell us too much about what happened in Last Jedi.
No.
Just gives us a little more insight into Kylo Ren and how Adam Driver kind of sees that character.
Yeah. We have Lucasfilm president says Star Wars The Last Jedi doesn't answer all the questions.
Well, it better not.
Well,
I'm like, otherwise, what's the point of number
Episode
9?
Yeah, you better not.
and you still want mystery. I mean, you still need elements of mystery, not unexplained things or things that don't get explained.
Yeah.
And that you kind of like either have to put together in your mind and develop your own hypothesis about it, or
Yeah. So yeah,
which is half the fun of some of these movies.
Well, yeah, it's being able to speculate and make up your own.
A little bit, fill in the backstory yourself.
Yeah, some of your own ideas of what's going on, and you use your own That's what I love about these movies, though. Is you got to use your own imagination and try to figure out what do you think happened during the Battle of Tanab. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. What was Lando's maneuver in the Battle of Tanab?
I mean, what is he talking about? A maneuver? What's that even mean?
Right.
Like, was it a whole
Was it just a strategy?
a giant strategy of the whole military doing a certain maneuver, or is it like
just something he pulled off singularly?
Yeah, was it a ship maneuver that he made or something? I don't know.
Right, but you get to fill that part in.
Yeah.
It kind of makes it fun. Like you sort of make up your own little story what happened there. I mean, that's what you do when you were a kid with your toys out on the playground. You were filling in those gaps.
You were filling in the gaps. You were making up your own stories. You're making up your own stuff.
Yep. So, I hope kids are still doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do nowadays or not,
So,
but I used to.
I guess that's a great segue from talking about toys. We'll get into some toy news.
Yep.
Hot Wheels released the Bounty Hunter series of their cars. They're not the character cars where they...
Yeah, like this one.
Right, like that one where they make the toys sort of look like the character.
Yeah.
These ones are
and relate
actual
to the character.
cars that sort of have like painted themes
on the sides
of the characters, and they're all bounty hunters, which appeals to me. So I'm definitely getting all of these.
So am I.
So we got Boba Fett here.
Yep, we got Boba Fett on a Ford Econoline pickup.
Yeah,
which is
flat nose.
Right, just a classic cab over pickup truck from back in the '60s.
Yeah, it looks like it's definitely got the big fat back tires, like it's a dragster type.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They used to make those, and the little red wagon was a famous one. That was one of those vans made into a dragster truck.
Yep. So
it's definitely
getting this one.
It's got the Myth Beast or whatever, what's the skull?
The skull that
Mystic
always on
Mythic
his
Beast.
The Mythic Beast,
Mythic
something.
Beast.
Yeah,
I think is what it's called.
Always on his armor.
Armor, yeah.
Definitely related to Boba, or direct correlation with Boba Fett when you see that symbol.
You got Forlum here.
In the '64 GMC panel truck.
Yep. Panel wagon.
That one's freaking cool.
Yep. It's golden color. Yeah, I like it. I like that one a lot.
A lot of people seem to be confused as to why they're cars. It's like
because they're Hot Wheels.
It's because Hot Wheels.
That's what Hot Wheels does.
This Bosk, I like this one. I like Bosk a lot.
The Deco delivery
it's like an Art
van.
Deco.
Delivery van.
Yep.
Yeah, Bosk one's pretty sweet. I will be getting all of these.
The Dengar one's pretty cool as well.
Yeah, it's like
an older Ford
Transit
panel van.
70s looks like.
IG88 gets a Chevelle delivery wagon. all
And this one's
chromed out,
kind of
it looks like.
kind of weird to me.
The
Right,
the
it's like
Zuckus in
a modern
the,
Silverado pickup truck.
An 07 Chevy Silverado off-road pickup truck for
for
Zuckus.
Zuckus.
Right.
Why?
That's
Everything
sort of an
else
odd
was-
combination.
Yeah, everything else was vintage,
right.
like 60s, 70s, even some the dim
Art
the
Deco, that's like maybe the 50s.
50s, yeah. And then all of a sudden
40s
you get a
and 50s.
2007
It's
Chevy
just
pickup
out of
truck.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
It
the
is the
oddball
oddball.
one. It's
But
kinda
I guess
I mean, I would love-
Zuckus was kind of the oddball.
he was kind of the oddball of the
Because he's a
Bounty
bit.
hunters.
bounty hunters.
He's short. He's a bit fat. Like, yeah.
He
has
just
a bit
doesn't
of
look
the-
like he could move very quickly and
Yeah.
do, so
I guess it makes
you had
sense.
a couple
little bit.
robots. You had a guy, just a human.
Yeah,
Gengar.
lizard.
Trans-
Actually,
Liz-
two
humans.
humans.
Yeah, Boba Fett.
And then a
Gengar.
lizard.
And a lizard guy.
And then he had like a bug dude.
Yeah, that was kind of short, fat, and squatty.
Yeah. Which is why he's my favorite, because he doesn't look like he can do much. But apparently he's freaking feared.
Yep. So I'm definitely looking forward to those.
Yeah.
I'm leaving those open for Christmas gifts on my Christmas list. I won't go buy them myself until I see what I get for Christmas, and if I don't get all of them, I'll go out there.
Okay, so this is the thing that I saw at the last moment. This is Gaming with Gamorreans now. EA's response to Star Wars Battlefront 2's issues have become Reddit's most downvoted post. So I'll read you off what they said. So this is what they said. Hey all, apologies for not being more active these past weeks leading up to launch. As you know, things get pretty hectic and you tend to spend whatever spare free time you have recovering. I really regret not being here on the subreddit at the start of the early access. Hopefully some of these replies will bring some clarity and hope. Performance during games will affect the amount of credits you get at the end of a match. Matchmaking will take into account not only player skill, but also game time and rarity of star cards. This means that you will be match-made with characters with an average performance similar to you, and to the largest extent possible, not against players who are much better than you, whether by having higher rarity cards or by showing higher skill. Heroes...
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
At least you're not going to get thrown in with guys that just waste you in like 30
so,
seconds.
so far, so good to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heroes that are unlocked at launch will be unlocked with credits, not crystals. The heroes, similar to the locked weapons for troopers, are side grades instead of upgrades. Darth Vader should be on similar power level as Darth Maul, etc. The goal is to keep you playing for a long time and have something cool to look forward to as you earn credits. Speaking of earning credits, we are constantly evaluating and tweaking the earn rates versus the cost of crates and heroes. The current rates that were based on an open beta data, but you should expect us to constantly evolve these numbers as we hit launch and onwards. There will also be more milestones that award credits and crafting parts available, as well as star cards only unlockable through those milestones. If all you want to do is play and grind towards your next unlock, that will be fully possible, and we'll continue to tweak the numbers until the requirements feel fun and achievable. Working on the game with a live economy and without a premium content lineup is a new challenge for us at DICE. We had one progression system in the closed alpha and heard your continuous citation feedback as you play the game is absolutely invaluable, and I encourage you to keep sending it our way. There is really no reason to rebel against us. We want this game to be as great and enjoyable as it can be. We are reading your feedback and working as fast as we can to adjust the game to your liking. The dev team will be around Battlefront 2 for a long time. I sincerely hope you'll be there with us. Thanks, Dennis.
So at least it sounds like they're trying to make things better
Yeah.
from the feedback.
Well, it sounds
of
like
the
they're
people.
they're taking that feedback into consideration and making changes that make sense for the game as a whole.
Yeah.
You can't please everybody all the time. I mean,
No, you know what you're doing is you're taking like a giant pool of what people are saying, and if there's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people saying the same thing, then you got a problem.
Right.
But if one person's over here, well, I want this because I don't want to have to work for it.
I want to pay to play.
Yeah. I want to pay to win. Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't listen to those people. Those are just the one-off, the outliers that you just kind of discard as not worth listening to.
Yeah. So I'm glad that they're actually working.
Trying to fix some of those issues. I mean, at least it sounds like there's going to be, like, if you want to and you want to go and sit there and just grind away all day, every day, trying to get every character unlocked, you can do that. And I don't know why you'd want to do that, but some people like that because then they got every character and then they can go into the and just play whoever they want. Yeah. Into the multiplayer part.
So I'm hoping for it. I put it on my Christmas/birthday list. So my birthday's coming up.
When's it come out?
I think end of this week.
Yeah,
17th.
Yeah.
Wow.
It drops on the 17th.
Man, they're waiting to the last minute to try to fix some of these issues.
Well, I guess that's the brilliance of that part of the game is it's online, so they can. It's just like patches.
Patches.
Any online game, you just patch new stuff in.
Yeah, and you can slow rates down or speed things up or whatever
as necessary. Yeah,
that is the nice thing about it being nowadays having everything online.
Right.
It's not like
we're
putting a cartridge in and this
that's
disc.
It.
That's it. It better be ready to go if you got a glitch. Like I used to have games where I'd put it into the computer, play it for a while, and all of a sudden be like error. No matter what you did, there was an error. And it was like
as soon as you got to that point,
there was a flaw in the damn game, and you couldn't go past it.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, and there was nothing to do to fix it.
Nope. You couldn't fix it.
That was the game.
You were done. Yep. So that's
kind
of nice nowadays. They can
fix on the fly.
Fix on the fly and change things as they feel they need to.
Yeah.
Which always made it. Yeah, just going back to some old time games. Played Contra years ago. Somebody put in the code to get the 99 lives because they knew the game was impossible to defeat otherwise, right?
Yeah. So it was damn near impossible.
Right. So, I mean, even back then they were doing development on games like we're trying to, they have their players playing through on their beta tests that they have going on. Like, I can't defeat this game.
Left,
we
right,
better put in a little code. And we won't.
That's right.
We won't reveal that code
until
it's available until people have played it a lot and maybe start complaining that they can't win.
Yeah. And then we'll say, "Oh no, we have a code that we put in the game from the very start.
You can get unlimited lives or 99 lives or whatever."
Yeah, you could beat it with the 99 lives.
Right.
You could get pretty far if you were patient.
God, I remember playing that game ad nauseum, and we drew our own little maps and stuff, so we knew exactly where to stand.
Where to stand, so you couldn't get hit. Yep. I mean, eventually, you probably could have done it with just 3 lives if you worked at it hard enough. And you played it flawlessly through.
Did you guys ever have the Super Nintendo?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Did you guys have the Super Star Wars games?
The only ones we didn't have was the Nintendo 64. We didn't have that.
Yeah, and
we
never got the game. Never got the game.
You never got the Shadows of the Empire game?
I don't remember ever having any Star Wars games, to tell you the truth.
I'm surprised.
This was back in the...
we had some Star Wars games, but there's Rogue Squadron, or there was an X-Wing fighter game.
Yeah, now I remember that one.
But you got to remember some of these, in the 90s, or late 80s, early 90s, Star Wars really kind of fell off the map for everybody for quite a while until the prequels showed back up in, late 90s?
Yeah, 94.
No, I want to say 96.
I'd have to look at that.
Yeah, me too. I'd have to look it up.
I mean...
But Star Wars in general just kind of fell off the map.
Yeah.
It seems like 94.
When the Nintendo 64 came out, it was they had a lot of Star Wars games on the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And I probably played them, I just don't remember them. I played so many different games.
I remember playing a computer game, PC game, where it was TIE Fighter something.
Yeah.
There was a TIE Fighter game we played over
on
across the street at a friend's house.
Yeah.
Because they had the IBM compatible computer and we had the Apple IIc.
Did you have the floppy disk that you had to put in the...
But yeah.
Anyway. I'm looking forward to you getting this game so
I can play it.
Right.
I'll have to bring out my PS4 into the living room.
Yeah, get on the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably going to make me get a stinking PS4 or Xbox One.
The only reason why I really want an Xbox One is just for Knights of the Old Republic. Just to get that game again.
Right.
But, yeah, I'm excited. for Battlefront 2.
Yeah, so
Just hope that my excitement isn't in vain.
yeah.
There's a big week.
Oh yeah, lots of news
Big
out there.
week.
Lots
Big
of stuff going
And
on.
there's been already all over Facebook, Twitter, you name it, Instagram, speculation on what's the next trilogy. You know, what's this Ryan Johnson trilogy going to be? So you can get out there and read to your little heart's content about theories and.
Let's see if he steals my idea of a crime syndicate trilogy.
Or
That'd be
Crime
awesome.
Syndicate
I
show.
see that going to
TV
the
show.
TV show.
TV series?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can make that into a TV series.
Yep.
So I hope that you all enjoyed.
Yeah, we could
That's
just
a good
keep
place to
going.
cut
Otherwise.
off.
Yeah, we could keep going about everything. But I hope that you guys enjoyed, and please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. Jay, where can people find
Well, as
you?
always, check out
Oh, yes,
Red2
I
Chatter Facebook page.
I always keep on
That's
forgetting
where
that.
everything gets posted that we pretty much talk about here on the show. So you can find me on Instagram at jwilsonbydesign or on Twitter at jbird51. We know he doesn't do social media, so.
Jay had to say it for you this time. And you can find me on YouTube as well under Major Glitterix. Link in the down in the
Oh, had a droid moment.
down in the description below. Yeah, I'm hoping to record tonight because I haven't recorded in a long time. So yeah. So I hope that you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe again if you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you all next time.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye.